Hello, welcome back to the Travelneers. Today we'll tell you about the most interesting facts that we learn about the world-famous Grand Canyon. I'll read some of the facts to Nicole to see her reactions, and we'll have a little discussion. We'll see you later. There you are. Hello. So I'm gonna tell you some facts about the Grand Canyon which we visited. What did you think about Grand Canyon?
Grand Canyon was definitely amazing. It was huge. The fact it is actually a natural phenomenon. Like, I have no idea how it happened. I mean, obviously we all know it happened from a river.
We'll tell you in the video.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay. So the first fact we'll do is actually from the Wrangler, or the guide that led us on the mule ride.
Yes. Okay.
Let's put on some earbuds and listen to him.
Basically, it's 277 miles long from the east to the west. Averages a mile deep, 18 miles across at the widest part, 1 mile across at the narrowest part. From here, looking out there, distances are really hard to judge. We're probably talking 10 miles maybe to the north rim out there. Okay? Three forces at work formed what you see here. Number one, the Colorado River. Rivers don't cut this way, rivers cut that way. But the river by itself, without the other forces, will just make a nice little valley, maybe a tiny canyon. Okay? Second force.
Remember this?
Oh, this is when the proposal happened?
Yeah. Or, yeah.
That's so cute.
Copy that. The second force is uplift. Huge factor out here. We're looking at the Bright Angel Fault. Goes up that way. A lot of tectonic activity out here. And so over time, you've got land that's violently pushing up. You've got a river that's cutting down. So the combination of those two things making what you see out here. And then the third.
So wait, what's pushing the rocks up?
Tectonic movement.
Oh.
Like earthquakes, the plates moving.
Got it.
And there's one more.
Third factor is time. And we're talking geologic time. We're standing on the Kaibab limestone. It's 270 million years old. Farther up, we're going to see the Colorado River. The rock that's exposed at the Colorado River is called Vishnu schist. It's the oldest exposed rock on the planet. It's between 1.8 and 2 billion
Earth's
years
like
old.
7 billion.
So we're looking at something that's dynamic, changing all the time, but we're not going to notice it in our lifetimes. We're such an insignificant blip on this geologic time scale. If you look down there, in the distance you see a little zigzaggy trail. That's the South Kaibab Trail. That's called the Red and Whites. And sometimes, I don't see them now, but sometimes at this time of the day, we'll see our packers coming up. They look like a little line of black ants just moving up that trail right there. Questions?
Wow. The oldest exposed rock in the planet? Huh, and I thought I was old. Oh, this is coming out on my birthday!
Wow.
I'm old!
Yeah.
Wait, what was the third force?
Third force is time.
Oh, time, of course. Yeah.
It happened over 6 million years.
Mm-hmm.
What did I say? Yeah, you know how he talked about the different layers of rock?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why there are so many different colors in the canyon.
Oh. Dinosaurs.
That's funny. You cannot find dinosaur fossils in the Grand Canyon.
I was lied to.
Even though when the canyon first started forming, it was around the time of dinosaurs.
So why can't we find any?
It's probably because there's so much movement, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, very interesting, right? You would think it's a perfect place to find dinosaur bones because it's dry, exposed.
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
Very interesting. Okay, next fact. Did you know the park is bigger than the state of Rhode Island?
Oh, well, at first I was shocked, and then I was like, Rhode Island's also like this itty bitty thing.
Yeah, Grand Canyons is about 1,900 square miles, and Rhode Island is only 1,200.
Oh my, wait.
Yeah, so the park itself is bigger.
Wait, that's
than the
two
state.
thirds. Wait, Rhode Island only takes up 2/3?
Yeah, that's just how big it is.
What the heck?
Okay.
Wait, so the Grand Canyon can be its own state.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting. Although all states in the west, like on the western part, are bigger, so.
That's true. Okay, next fact. Did you know Grand Canyon is not the grandest canyon in the world?
Goodbye, I'm leaving. No, you can't just no. Goodbye.
Come back. Let me tell you more.
Wait, what do you mean?
What do I mean? There's a canyon in Tibet called the Yarlung Canyon. It's about 3 times deeper.
Wait, wasn't the Grand Canyon 1 mile deep?
1 mile deep. And the other one is, I guess, 3 miles deep.
Does it go into the other side of the world? Like, what?
It's higher land up there, I guess. So there's a lot more to dig down. Yeah, it's also slightly longer. But from the pictures you see, I don't think it's as cool.
True.
Because you see all this color.
Yeah.
I will probably show a picture of that game, but it's mostly green. Not as cool, and it's hard to get to. Okay, next we watched another video.
In the Renaissance, the mid-1600s, Spanish conquistadors arrived at the Grand Canyon. I don't know what the Spanish word for fooey is, but that's what they said when they saw it. Fooey.
Oh no.
They were looking for one thing and one thing only: civilizations that had gold and souls that they could convert, and they found neither one here. The documents that survived from those expeditions consistently mention the river. Very few of them mention what you're looking at right now.
Wow.
It was persona non grata to the Spaniards that came here. Pretty, isn't it?
Yep.
You're telling me that they saw the freaking Grand Canyon. They saw that. And they were like, yeah, but the river's tiny.
Yeah. They visited in about 1520 or 1520. And they saw this and didn't care about it. Isn't that crazy?
I could never do such a thing. How dare you? They're dead already, but how dare you?
Yeah, and then Europeans would not visit it for another 200 years.
But it's so, like, if you just walk there, isn't it like, whoa?
Yeah,
Last week I had a group of 8.
baffles me. And the next person who visited it also saw around the same thing. That it's just terrible land, there's nothing here.
Good job.
Terrible land except a giant canyon.
Yes. I don't get how they didn't appreciate the beauty of
Triggered.
it. Okay, next fact.
Is that how you're gonna say every single fact?
I don't know how to end it. So I guess we'll just cut.
Yeah.
Okay, next fact.
But that's how you're gonna introduce every single fact. Next fact.
During the day, they're usually nocturnal. These guys are resting.
What do you think is the most dangerous animal in the Grand Canyon to visitors?
I don't know, man. Those deer that we saw at that trip were pretty close.
True. We saw a lot of deers and they're just next to the road eating, right? Okay, but this might surprise you. The most
I
dangerous
swear, if you say mosquitoes.
The most dangerous animal in the Grand Canyon is the rock squirrel.
What?
People like to approach them, I guess, and they bite people, and they hurt. Apparently, over one weekend in 2021, over 30 people needed medical care because they got bit.
Wait, do they go to the rock squirrel, or do the rock squirrels, are they just one of the few animals that go, I want to attack that random thing for no reason.
I guess when you see squirrels, they're always wandering not
Yeah.
too far from you, like
Yeah.
in the city, on the streets.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what happened. And people, I guess, like huge squirrels and approach them, and that's what happens when you approach wildlife.
Don't approach or try to feed wildlife, folks. You heard it here.
Mm-hmm.
Poster.
uh, did you know there are people living inside the canyon?
Are you talking about those people who I know there's a inn or something at the bottom. Are you talking about them, or is there like a whole society?
There's another village inside the canyon.
Like there's a village?
Mm-hmm.
Are they Native American?
They are Native American. They have lived in the area
Whoa.
for at least 1,000 years. And they have a village in the canyon. It's about a 8-mile hike from the nearest road.
How are they doing anything?
Well, these days, tourists visit, so a lot of their economy is from that. It's also the only place in the United States where the mail is still delivered by mules.
Wait, that's so cute. Wait, so 8 miles from the nearest road. Do they have cars or any? No, how do they drive cars there?
They cannot drive cars in the village. The only way to get there is by foot, by mule, or by helicopter.
But my little sheltered mind that's always with Wi-Fi cannot compute.
Yeah.
What?
Isn't it crazy to be living in a canyon?
It's not the fact that they live in a canyon for me. It's the fact that they live so close to society. Like, I say society, but like they live so close to other people,
Mm-hmm.
but they're so far.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they've been there. They've been in the area for a long time.
Do they not want to move to a better, not a better, well, better in terms of like any other resource?
It's their home, and
True.
I
mean, I'd leave my home for Wi-Fi.
fair point. Yeah, when there's no Wi-Fi, we kind of have to go leave because we depend so much on it.
Oh
right?
no, I didn't mean it like, oh, I need it to survive. I meant like I will die.
Oh, by the way, the place we're staying at, Yavapai. By the guys, not everywhere has Wi-Fi.
Or cell service.
The place we're staying has no Wi-Fi, has no cell service, so the only thing we did last night was stay in bed and stare at the TV.
Yeah.
We slept early and ended up waking up early.
Good, which is good.
And we made a snowman.
Yeah, you'll see that in the vlog. Oh yeah, remember when you were in Grand Canyon? There was no
Wait,
Wi-Fi.
there was no Wi-Fi in Grand Canyon. We built the freaking snowman.
Yeah, we had to watch TV.
Guys, it was 2 days. I died.
Yeah. Is that what cabin fever is?
What's cabin fever?
Isn't it like where you stay too long in the cabin and you get really sick of it? Something like that? You go crazy.
I would go crazy if I lived without Wi-Fi.
But yeah, the place is called the village of Supai. And the people there are the Hava Supai. How many people per year do you think visits the national park?
4 million.
Pretty close. Some years they see 4 million, but the most they've seen one year is 6.4 million.
See, I was gonna say 1 million, and then I was like, no way.
Yeah.
6 million. I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely worth the visit.
Yeah, it's.
And it's so big. Like, it's so near Phoenix. Not Phoenix. What? It is not near Phoenix. It is so near Las Vegas that I kind of understand why I see it. And, like, also the fact that Antelope Canyon is nearby as well, which is also a popular attraction.
True.
So, makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
When the park first opened in 1919, only 37,000 people visited. I guess because back then it was hard to get to.
Oh, yeah. There was no there
No.
were not as many commercial planes
Yeah.
and cars and stuff. It makes
Yeah.
sense.
You had to take the train there.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Sorry.
Okay. And the last fact is that there's a village inside in the park, in the Grand Canyon National Park.
Yeah, we just talked about it.
Oh, sorry. Like near where we were staying at the South Rim, there's a village, and it houses the employees and other people who work there.
I remember.
Grand Canyon is a city of its own in Arizona, and it just entails the south rim of the Grand Canyon inside the national park.
I remember on the bus ride, I think, towards the mule ride, the employee there was talking about it over the loudspeaker. She was saying, like, they had a school district?
Yeah.
And we're the only national park that has a kindergarten through 12 school district. It's a public school district. On average, we have about 300 students a year.
I don't remember anything else, though.
There are more people living there in the summer than when. How many students do you think is in the high school?
40.
40? Yes, there is usually around 80.
Oh.
The class of 2020 had about 9 students. I don't know how many actually graduates from there every year because I feel like people move around.
We graduate between 12 and 17, I think was the most one year so far. And those graduating seniors have had such a specialized small class education that they usually have academic scholarships to anywhere they want to go. And that's a great perk for the people who work here. Our kids get to go to school right here.
When they come in.
9 people in a class in a high school.
Yeah.
In contrast, my high school had 750 students in our year.
Yeah, 9 is like not even 1/3 of a class. A classroom.
What the
And that's a
heck?
whole class.
Wow. I do remember hearing like they were like she was telling us all about like life there and stuff. I think we might have a recording partly of it, but I don't know for sure.
I couldn't find it.
Did I delete it?
We'll see. Yeah. That's all the facts I have. Do you have anything that you want to add? Is there another fact you want to tell me?
I don't know
Okay.
it.
Just making sure. Okay.
Yay!
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the facts.
I did. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, teacher, sensei. What do you say here? Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, bye.